What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Who Wants to Brawl YouTube channel. That is not a question, that is a statement. My name is Who, and I'm letting you know I want to brawl. Here, we're all about the Magic format Brawl, specifically in regards to Magic Arena, so we don't have to worry about budget, we only have to worry about wildcards.
Today we have an episode of Who Is This Guy? On these episodes, I like to go over my own personal thoughts about a topic within Magic, usually around Brawl, but not always Brawl, to get you to know a little bit more about me, the way I think, and a little bit more about what I want out of Wizards and the community going forward. Should Wizards add historic Brawl permanently?
Yes. Okay, so apparently that wasn't enough content, so we're going to talk about a different topic instead. And so today we're going to talk about, should Brawl be ranked on Magic Arena instead? So there's a couple different argumentative points that I'm going to bring up throughout this video, and we're going to dissect each and every one to see how I feel about it, how much of an issue it would create for Brawl, and if it's a good idea.
Question 1. Is a singleton format too inconsistent to be competitive?
So regarding consistency, this question is actually the most difficult one for me to draw a clear conclusion on. You don't want games to be too random, but at the same time, overcoming the randomness of a singleton format is what makes Brawl such a great format and what attracts people to the format in the first place. While it's not technically a Wizard sanctioned format, there are competitive EDH groups, and some LGSs, or local game stores, even play these competitive EDH games, and that's 100 cards, not just 60 cards, so there's a much greater variance. Also, most decks find multiple ways of doing the same thing. For instance, a lot of decks with green in them in Brawl run Arcane Signet and also run Lotus Cobra in order to ramp out. So that way you find a little bit more consistency, but there's a little bit of variance in the way you do it. So players are coming up with creative ways of overcoming that inconsistency. So I don't see this being a great reason not to make Brawl ranked.
Question 2. Do the commanders make for a too predictable game?
So now on the opposite end of the consistency spectrum, we have the commanders. Brawl is built around having access to a specific card that the deck is built around, that no matter what happens, you will always be able to have access to it. And that can be format breaking if both players didn't have access to this chosen card of theirs. If only one deck had access to the commander, this would be a huge issue. Think of what happened with companions. Probably the most broken mechanic Wizards has ever come up with, and that's because it gave players an additional card to have other than the cards they start with. But in Brawl, you're both starting with these automatically, so it's not as big of an issue in Brawl as it was in Standard, or Modern, or Legacy, or Vintage, or any of the other formats that Wizards does. And because most decks are built around the commander, this is actually a selling point for why it can work as a ranked format, rather than why it shouldn't be ranked. The clear guidelines on how to build a deck is why people became attracted to EDH outside of Arena and Brawl within Arena. And that's why Brawl has taken off so much on Arena. Even not being ranked, decks run consistently and they are competitive. So even not being ranked, the format has grown more popular, and it wouldn't be more popular if games weren't competitive. So I think the balance between the consistency of having a commander and the inconsistency of a singleton format make this a unique opportunity for a ranked format. And the only way to find out if it would be problematic is probably to just go ahead and make it ranked in the first place.
Question 3. Can one strong commander dominate the format into homogeny?
So this third question started to worry me at first, but then I gave it a little bit more thought. Other formats can have top tier decks, but still be healthy. And if a card gets too out of control and becomes too broken in the format, Wizards steps in and bans it. I don't see why Commanders would or should be any different. We've even seen this while Brawl is not ranked. Wizards steps in when one commander is being played too often with too great of results. See Omnath or Winota. Additionally, if you even take out the commanders from it, Wizards is really good at fostering a healthy format for Brawl by preemptively banning cards that they see will be problematic, hence why they banned Lutri before anyone ever played it in Brawl. Also, I don't see this being a great argument because Brawl isn't ranked at the moment and we still see all of those top commanders anyway. Most of the decks I run into are probably the same 6 or 7 commanders. The next 10 down on the list I see fairly often, and then outside of that I don't see many different commanders at all. And I don't think that's different from other formats. So this really isn't a good reason at all, in my estimation, not to have Brawl be ranked.
Question 4. Does Wizards really need another competitive format?
To me, this is absolutely the easiest, slam dunk, no-brainer question of them all. As long as WotC has a one-on-one format controlled by them and is popular, there is no reason for them not to try and foster a competitive scene around that format. Having another format that is unique from all the other formats and still running it competitively can only bring more players into the game and allow players that are currently playing to use more of their cards in ways that they want to play, and I don't see how that's bad at all. Wizards having another competitive format I think will be absolutely fine. I'm not calling for them to run a pro tour for Brawl, although it'd be nice. Just having Brawl be ranked so we can get rewards at the end of season and test our skills against other players who are as equally skilled in our format can only be a good thing.
So what do you think? Should Wizards make Brawl a ranked format? Let me know in the comments below. If you agree with me but have a different reason, tell me what your reason is. If you disagree with me, by all means bring up something that I may not have considered or let me know why you disagree with one of my points. Either way, I want to hear from you. Let me know in the comments below what you think. And that does it for this video. If you like this video, be sure to like and subscribe. Share with a friend to help the channel grow. Hit that bell icon to make sure you get notifications about new videos to make sure you don't miss anything. I also want to give a shout out to my buddy Rob Slota for making the Who Wants to Brawl logo. He's a tattoo artist and you can check out his Instagram by following the link in the show notes below. You can email me at whowantstobrawl@gmail.com. My Twitter is @brawlwho. I also stream on Magic Arena at twitch.tv/whowantstobrawl. Check me out on Sundays at 11 in the morning where I stream last week or next week's deck tech. On Mondays I stream random decks. Sometimes I do Brawl, sometimes I'll even throw in a draft. I also stream a random day of the week, or at least I try to. This is Random Games. Follow me on Twitter and I'll let you know when I'm going to play ahead of time and what I'm going to play ahead of time. But for now, this is Who letting you know I no longer want to brawl. Take it easy, everyone. Bye.